Hey, what's up? What's up, YouTube? Um, I was about to go to sleep and stuff, and then I had the chance to check out one of my subscribers' page, and he had a video on his YouTube channel. Um, it was actually quite interesting. So I wanted to check it out. Well, basically, let me play some of it, and um, and I will give my perspective. So the Inside News, he's one of my subscribers. He's pretty cool, man. I like the kid. And he was talking about let me play the audio clip, some of it.
Who have low self-esteem, and when they don't get the same amount of likes as somebody else on Instagram, then they feel like they're not good enough, and that's bad. So that's why Instagram is trying to work on removing that feature. Now, I just recently told a girl how I feel about her. I known her for about a year. I mean, a year or two, not that long, but I think a year is long enough. And it's like I kind of already had these feelings for her, but I just kept them bottled up for quite a while, for a year. So I finally get the courage just to tell her how I feel. Okay, now I'm going to be very respectful. I'm not going to say her name. I want to be fair. I'm not going to say what her name is, but I told her how I feel, and she. I don't think she took it too lightly. I don't think she took it that well. Her response was, um, "Thank you for being honest with me and telling me how you feel about me, but I think we should just remain friends." So and that kind of broke my heart. Now I know that sounds crazy to you people out there. You people saying, "Well, why would that break your heart?" Because I was really feeling this girl. I was really feeling her.
All right. I think a lot of time, right, when we have a crush, we like someone. We like the idea of that person, but not the person itself. And this is what I mean by this, right? Okay. Say for example that what are some of the things that you like? Let's say that you like computer, right? You want to be a graphic designer or you want to be a coding person. Or you want to work at an IT. So you live right across from, say, Google. You live right across from Google headquarters, and you want to work as an IT on Google, but you don't have the skills to work as an IT. But you just go in there and for a job interview, and then when you don't get the job, they got still try to be respectful about you not giving you the job, but you take it personal because you were not qualified for that job. And I think in a way, this is kind of how um, a lot of us tend to internalize rejections because we're trying to get somewhere that we're not ready to be there yet. Ready to, we were not trained in that particular field. So it's like this, right? Um, the girl that you have a crush on, you probably really liked her, but she never liked you back. and it's okay. Not she wasn't the right one for you. But the thing is, I think what we're looking at is deeper than any other chick that you would approach, because I believe you would continue to have this problem. Because the thing is, it's not with the women that you are trying to approach or the women that are rejecting you. I think it's the internal battle that you have within yourself. Some of the fear that you have, you still have to conquer, and you don't know how to do it. You don't have um you don't have the know-how on how to disregard the aspect about your life that you don't like, and to be able to enhance some of the good qualities about you. Because I mean, you are a brand, right? Um, I mean, what you call it? This is your brand right now, right? Your brand, yourself as a brand. The Inside News TV, you are a brand. And this brand is what people see in the world, what people see in your surrounding, what type of person you are. What are your good qualities? What are the bad qualities? What are some of the things about yourself that you know that you are the shit in? I'm talking about like you fucking confident about it, you are cocky about it. What are some of the things that you good at? Because you're not gonna be good in everything else, right? But the things that you're good at, you gotta draw strength, and you gotta draw confidence in that particular aspect that makes you you. And then from there, it's like, have you ever seen Justice League, right? What's the guy with the ring? Green Lantern, right? So Green Lantern, that motherfucker have a ring. And then with that ring, he's able to draw from that source and be able to do a whole bunch of crazy shit with it. So it's kind of like, let's say, okay, you might not be good when it comes to talking to girl, right? But that is just a very small fraction in life. Talking to girl is just a very small fraction of life. The bigger picture is being able to talk to people, period. Being able to talk to people as a whole, being able to communicate with just your surrounding. And I can already see that you do have struggle with it. Whether you're talking to men or women, you do struggle with when it comes to communication. So I think that is a bigger problem than just talking to girl alone. Because if you know how to talk to people, whether it's boys or girls, shit like that, the girl that comes afterward. But I think just learning to talk to people, that is one thing. And when you now, when you do talk to people, what do you talk to them about? And this is where that fear of trying to fit in order to be able to relate to whatever conversation that's going on. And I think that is the fear that you have, that you cannot be relatable to them. And when I'm looking at your, okay, let's say I'm looking at your profile right now, right? You have your hat sideways, you know, look more like a pretty boy and shit like that. But a picture can tell a thousand word, right? It's like the outfit doesn't match the facial expression, you know, as if like, you wear your hat that way, not because you are used to wearing it that way, or you actually feel any type of confidence wearing it that way. You're wearing it that way because you've seen others wear it that way. And then you hoping that that can disguise you enough to kind of fit you into a particular genre, right? Kid, and more hip hopish. So then, therefore, that's how hip hop kids, right there. But your eyes, there's no gleam in it. No, you look sad. People see their first impression of you tend to remain with them for a long time, and you have to try really hard to prove them wrong. Their first impression of you is what truly matters. Sucks, it's fucked up, but there's 7 billion people on the planet. So then, if we're gonna have to go through, let's say, life and meeting, encountering people all the time, so then their first impression of you has to say enough for them to stick around longer than 3 seconds, right? You have to ask yourself, like, would you date you? And if the answer is no, then how do you expect women to date you? You gotta fucking love yourself to the point where, like, do you see the type of shit that you like about yourself? And once you see that, then other people are gonna like the thing that you like about yourself too. Because we are creatures of mirrors. We tend to somewhat imitate. Why the hell you think, like, sometimes when someone laugh and laughter is contagious, and then other people start laughing, and all of a sudden everybody's laughing, right? So it's the same thing when you are a downer, and then you go around other people, and then you bring them down. It's an energy thing. Our energy bounce off of each other. So when you find the things that you like about yourself, right? The thing that makes you stand up tall, stand up proud as of who you are. Be like, yeah, I'm the inside news. This is the thing I'm good at. And this right here, when I turn on this computer and shit like that, I can put in all these fucking code. I'm the shit. This is my domain. A particular set of skills brings you a level of confidence to which you cannot fake it. And that itself brings you like a value to the world to which you can trade this commodity. You, like, let's say when we talk about, like, girls are so shallow, girls are superficial, girls are this, girls are that. Yeah, a lot of these bitches are, man. A lot of these bitches are. And therefore we live in a world to which they don't have nothing else to offer but their sexuality. But guess what? They bring in the goods. They walk around, the ass is all hanging out, the titties all perking up, and all this shit. And then, yeah, most guys, they're not gonna give them the time of day. So they're doing all this shit because they try to exchange that what they perceive as valuable, which is their sex appeal, and they're gonna try to trade it to the highest bidder, which is whether it's a monetary resources or I don't know. So therefore, I know a lot of guys get pissed off about it. It's like, yo, how come these bitches can't choose me? Like, what the hell? And it's like, they not for you. But you will find someone that can actually see the good in you. But you first have to see the good within yourself. If you're not ready to see the good within yourself, then how can you expect the world to see the good within yourself? And how can you expect your future partner to see the good within yourself? You have to be able to see the good within yourself, and you wear your best, that's your best outfit. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue. I think because I'm not done yet. Let's do it.
Um, she's a Christian. I'm a Christian. We're both Christians, but I just don't get it. Like, I'm not an ugly guy. I'm supposing she wasn't that into me. That's why she said that. But now I think I'm in a proposition that I I just need to heal because every time I tell a girl how I feel, it's always the same thing. Their response, and this is the thing. Every time I tell a girl how I feel, they always get scared. Girls always get scared of me, especially
Why is that? Why do you think that girls get scared of you when you tell them how you
if I know them for quite a while, maybe for a year or a little more, and I know they're single, and I tell them how I feel. They always get scared when I tell them that I like them and I want to take them out or get to know them better because I'm feeling you and I want us to be more than friends and stuff. They get scared and back off and say, "Well, I just think we should just be friends." And I think a lot of guys go through this. Okay, it's a lot of guys out there who who have a lot of female friends that they may be feeling. So if you're one of these guys who has a lot of female friends and you may be feeling some of them and you tell them how you feel, it may come off to them as desperate and needy, which is completely ridiculous because as men, as men, I mean, men, y'all know, as men, visual, we are very visual creatures, okay?
yes, men, we are visual creatures and women are emotional creatures. And if the emotion that she's reading from you is not exuding confidence, is not exuding um leadership, you're very timid, very passive, and to the point where, like, she's not looking up to you, she's looking down at you. And that in itself is gonna be like, I don't think women want to be in a relationship to which, like, she automatically sense that she can walk all over you within the first few minutes of just talking to you, right? And you do strike me as someone that would go to a lot of extra length to please a girl that you're not even in a relationship with, and hoping that by doing all these things, maybe, just maybe, she would actually see you the way you see her. But the thing is, she already knows you like her. And a lot of these women would actually take advantage of guys like you that want to be in a relationship with them and will try anything you can to please them and stuff like that, right? So then, therefore, they would, like, you're the one that brings them the food, you're the one that probably do a lot of stuff. I don't know if you do that in real life, but this is what I can see from you. And that itself now, as they're taking advantage of that, so then when you finally find the courage to step up, be like, well, we've been friends for like a year now. I think it's about time for me to just like step up and try to be the man that she claimed that she wants. And then comes to find out, no, that's not true. So therefore, and I can understand that confusion because for so long you probably listened to them talking about, like, how much their boyfriends are assholes, or how much that um you know their last boyfriend did them wrong, and so on and so forth. But yet you are presenting yourself as this gentleman to which you will never hurt them. You will always try to do everything you can to please them, but yet they reject you. Now, why is that? you know and this is where sometimes when men come across that type of rejection, which is that can actually bring about a certain level of bitterness. You know, it's like, well, fuck these bitches. To a certain degree, yeah, you might have a point. Yeah, fuck these bitches. But at the same time, there are also a lot of things about you that they are put off by it. You know, I think there's a lot of internal struggle about you that you still need to conquer. You still need to find out. Like, I don't know, there's this, like, I kind of sense this level of depression about, you know, that it's not just that you looking for a girlfriend, but you just looking for a friend. I don't know if you like, do you have any family members you talk to on a regular basis? Do you have like, like guy friends you go through, like, just shoot the shit, go for a pool and, do like, what do you do as for work, right? As like, I would say the first thing I would probably advise you is, you know, do construction, dude. Work with people, work with men, mostly men. Avoid white collar jobs as much as you can. Because women can sense weakness and they will sense that in you, they will pounce on you, man, and they will run you like a little lap dog. They will make you do all the shit in the office and then would be the first one to actually call that and you will be the first one that they would actually go to the office with saying that, oh, this guy creeped me out. They can sense the weakness in you. I can sense the weakness in you, and that's not good. As a man, you're not supposed to be harmless. You're supposed to exude a certain level of threat. To which I'm not saying that like try to be this big bad wolf. No, that's not what I'm talking about. You know, exude of there's this on the tone threat means that like you don't have there has to be this undertone aggression that has to exist. And the thing about it, but like when you try to present yourself as this harmless person, and you give yourself a way to be victimized. And then that victimization, because when something happened to you, right? When let's say someone, okay, one of your friends do something that you may not like, and then you don't check them, so you're gonna have certain fight with yourself. Oh man, I should have done this, I should have done that, and then that kind of come across as bitterness. Now, when it comes to women, it's probably a lot worse because you might have those internal struggle with yourself. Oh man, this chick took advantage of me. I should have done that. But she would come back and continue to take advantage of you, and you still won't say nothing because to you it's better to just be in their presence instead of actually reject them right off because they are insulting your humanity. They are insulting your being as a man. Until you learn to love yourself, to respect yourself to the point where, like, you have the ability to say no, you have the power to reject. Kind of like when you have the confidence, you went to school, you become an IT guy, and now you're going through these interviews. Even if you don't get accepted by Google, this is gonna be Google's loss, not yours. But whoever you end up with in your field, they will be lucky to have you. It is the same thing. But because now you lack the training, that you lack the confidence of the spot you try to get at, the women you try to get at. How can you get with these women when you can't even have a conversation with just regular people, guys or girls? How can you, you know, have the type of women that you want to have. And I'm pretty sure some of the women that you want to have, they probably like, like gorgeous type of chick. You know, this broad. Oh, maybe they just might be decent looking and stuff like that. But however, your attitude doesn't, you know, doesn't exude confidence, doesn't exude something that you have something to offer beside being a nice guy. And therefore, if I'm looking at it like, I don't like that vibe, dude. Nobody's harmless. You might pretend to be harmless, but you're not, because that's not harmless. That's you letting people walk over you, and then actually that builds resentment. And once you finally snap, then you take shit overboard. That's the vibe I get from you. And if I can sense it, the women definitely sense it too. And that's gonna be very hard for you. Like, the question is, how do you combat that? How do you defeat that about yourself? And that's gonna take time. That's gonna take some therapy, perhaps um some unresolved problems that you need to face internally, the internal struggle that you have for so long. Because I don't think you're ready to be with anyone until you're ready to be with yourself. And right now, I have the feeling that you're not ready to be with yourself. You're not ready to face yourself. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm not going on for too long. Um, that was a interesting stream, and it kind of gives me a little bit of insight about you, a little bit, you know. And I wouldn't mind doing an interview with you, man. Anyways, it's our Banaka. I'm out of here. Talk to you guys some other time.
That's how God made the man. God made us as someone very visual in what we want. We go after women we like. There's nothing wrong with men being visual creatures. That's how we are. We are visual. So when we tell women that we really like and we really feeling them, they shouldn't they should not get the vibe as we are desperate and needy. That is so childish, okay? Especially if we only going after one female that we trying to basically date or um be in the relationship with to see how where it would go. One of my friends, Siri Eyes, mentioned she's a YouTuber, and I was in a live stream like maybe like a couple of weeks ago, and she mentioned that relationships isn't for everybody. And now I'm starting to see her point. I'm starting to see that maybe she is right. Maybe she's right. Maybe it ain't for me. Now, she didn't say that directly towards me. She did not say that directly towards me, but she was just making a point in the chat where she was talking to somebody else, but she brought that up.
Right?
But maybe she's right. Maybe a relationship isn't meant for me. I don't know. I don't want to pin bad luck on myself, but I don't. I just don't know. But what I am tired of is getting my heart broken. I can't. I just can't do it anymore. Okay. Now, a lot of you people may be thinking, well, you just can't jump right into a relationship and blah 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 blah. Yo, let me tell y'all something. The older you get, the older you get. Once you hit your 30s, your mid 30s, that's when you want to really start to speed things up. See, it's easy to say you can't jump into something when you're very young, but when you start hitting your mid 30s and you start to hit your early 40s, you can't be up there talking about, oh, I just only want friends. When you start